Well, my YouTubenites, welcome to Lords of the Long Box presents the CovrPrice Top 10 of the Week. Yeah,
So what a week! What a week it's
what
been.
a week it is. But you know
In a
what?
week.
It'd be unfair to give too much oxygen to one of these books on here. So we got to, it'd be disrespectful for the other creators of comics that are on this list. You know what I'm saying? So we'll give our 2 cents. And Matt did a lot of digging and got some facts, and we'll try to separate what's hearsay and what's fact, and not spend too much time on it. You know what I mean?
Truth over facts, baby. Truth over facts.
That's what the good thing about CovrPrice. It's all about the numbers, baby. It's all about the numbers. Speaking of which, you know what we need to do? You need to. I was just playing it earlier. I need to find an intro while you guys are congregating. You know what? Let's do the damn thing.
Play it.
Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Make love and dance and sing, yeah. Got to get on the floor. You know life can give you more. Come on.
Canada's own Scratch Bastard in the house doing the damn thing. What's up to everybody in the live chat? I hope you guys are having a fantastic sweltering afternoon, as it is hot pretty much everywhere in the U.S. I think it's just hot. So once again, this show is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com, focusing on price guides, collections, and trends based on real sales data. Okay. Also, big announcement, man, I want to pass along to you guys is tomorrow they're changing the user interface a little bit. So the old version is going to have this, and the new version is going to have this, where they talk more about raw sales. So apparently that's what people have been asking for. So Thursday, after the end of the Shaker Show, Matt's going to come on and we're going to walk through what the new version does. And shout out to all the developers at CovrPrice for killing it on this list. There was a lot that went into this list, boys and girls. Let me tell you that right now. And as usual, we got a runner-up to the top 10. And Ryan has the prestigious honor of talking about these fantastic books. What do we have for the runner-up?
I do. I got a DC book to start off this list today. It's Poison Ivy #3, Seth MacKinnon, 1 in 50. And DC's been putting out phenomenal ratio covers lately. MacKinnon delivered a haunting and surreal cover of Poison Ivy within a week. This desirable cover hit a fair market value of $88. We tracked 13 copies sold this week. It had a 7-day uptick of 158%, and it had a high sale of $123 for a raw dog copy, baby.
I gotta admit, that is
That's really nice. I like
that.
it.
That is gorgeous, man.
A lot.
And Justin, you probably know this better than I mean, DC doesn't do 1 in 50 variants that often, do they? I mean,
yeah, this is the first time that I've really seen this. I think, and really, it's just for this series. I have nothing.
Yeah.
Batman's kind of the new Batman. Chip Zdarsky stuff has been getting little high ratio variants.
It's rare.
But yeah, you don't really ever see 1 in 50.
Yeah, normally they just do cover A and B. Sometimes every now and then, like, for when Detective 1000 or these other crazy books, there was like 30 variants of that they just went buck wild with, or you get a Jim Lee 1 in 500 or something crazy. But Poison Ivy, Seth MacKinnon. I don't know if that's a man or a woman, but it's definitely a dope artist. Anybody know?
No, first time I'm hearing about this artist. But I'd say a guy.
Go. All right.
That's my guess.
Why not? Sure. So runner-up on the list is Poison Ivy #3, the Seth MacKinnon 1 in 50 variant. What have we got for kicking off the top 10?
We got ourselves a Dark Horse book from 2012, Mine MGMT. So we have ourselves another comic book that's being optioned as part of the Dark Horse and Netflix deal. The community will tentatively see a TV series based on this new IP that sports a truly conspiratorial tone. Netflix has had a rough track record as of late on the consumer relations side, but that hasn't stopped fan interest. This week tracked 10 copies sold, 7-day uptrend of 266% with a high sale of $250 for a CGC 9.8, and current fair market value on Raws is about $48. And I think I left this at the shop the other day.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
Netflix needs to step
like-
up their because
I like
the
Matt
Dark-
Kind, man. He's a good writer.
Yeah,
Matt Kint?
Kint? I think it's
Yeah,
Kind,
Matt
isn't
Kint.
it?
I think it's
It's-
Matt Kint.
No.
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
go with the kind. Whatever, man. But yeah, Netflix can step up because Amazon Prime's been killing it, man. With the boys, Paper
Yes.
Girls. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen Paper Girls, it's absolutely fantastic, man. And then
It is.
they're gonna have competing fantasy shows that continuous at the same time with Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. So that should be interesting. But even though Game of Thrones is on HBO, but man, what a great time to be like a fantasy geek, right?
Yep.
So number 10 on the list is Mind Management, number 1 from Dark Horse in 2012. So, anytime something is picked up on, people buy it, as they should. All right, what do we got for number 9?
Number 9, we have Star Wars Rogue One adaptation
Nice.
number 1. So Disney Plus dropped the trailer for the newest Star Wars series, Andor, last week. Does that name sound familiar? Cassian Andor, the level-headed Rebel Alliance commander who fans loved during Rogue One, is getting a prequel show. Fans and collectors couldn't help but grab his first appearance in comics and excitement. Tracked 27 copies sold, 7-day trend of 116%, high sale of $175 for a CGC 9.8, and a raw fair market value of $27. And I think I know a guy who's got a few of these.
If you're looking for some, I have many.
Does
In
it
9/8.
start with J and have whore in the name?
And end with Huston.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the Rogue One movie that Patty Jenkins was supposed to? Remember that? It was supposed to
Rogue
be like,
Squadron? Yeah, I don't know,
Rogue
man.
Squadron,
I'm
yeah.
hoping.
Man, I hope that happens. Dog fights in space. I'm down for it, man. But it's good to see a book from 2017 on there. It's a little Star Wars Rogue One action, baby. Top sale 9.8, 175. All right, what do we got for number 8?
If you like 2017, let's go back to 2004. Amazing Spider-Man number 1. There have been some strong rumors among the community that we may be getting Anya Corazon, a.k.a. Spider-Girl, double a.k.a. Aranya, on the big screen in the upcoming Madam Web. This movie has been shrouded in secrecy, with very few confirmations, leaks, or details in a consistently saturated market with all of the above. But one rumor has persisted. Isabella Merced will portray Aranya coming in the coming in the upcoming Sony picture. Fans feel strongly enough that there is some validity to these rumors, opting to pick up some copies. We tracked 17 copies sold. It had a 7-day uptick of 192%, and it had a high sale of $182.50 for a CGC 9.8.
Actually have this one. This is like a double spec, maybe? You remember this book popped up on the list? What was it?
Yeah.
Last
It
year
was a
or
while
whatever.
ago, yeah.
I know. I don't know if it's.
I
on
think it
this
was
list.
because of her, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, so
I think it's
don't
also
know if
moving because she reappeared as Aranya in Edge of Spider-Verse last week. She's kind of got a new costume and a little reinvigoration.
Yo, when are we gonna get the Across the Spider-Verse trailer, man? That's
Man.
like killing me, Jay. Anyway, number 8 on the list, Amazing Fantasy number 1. Not that one, but this one from 2004. All right. Hey, it's good to see this book on the list. I was just talking about Netflix isn't killing it, but this series is definitely killing it.
Yeah, let's take it back to the 80s, man. Sandman number 1 from DC Comics Vertigo. So Sandman on Netflix is finally here, and so far it's been well received, often referred to as the comic that could never be adapted. Fans were skeptical after Netflix hit some turbulence earlier this year, which has quite led to the market cool down. It's starting to heat back up, and a whole bunch of new audience members introduced to Neil Gaiman's creation, opting to go to the source and acquire the first appearance of Dream. Last week, we tracked 33 copies sold, a 7-day uptrend of 108%, and had a high sale of $1,000.99 for CGC at 9.8, and a raw Fair market value is about $196 right now.
Well deserved, man. It is a incredibly dark show, and I'm all about it, man. So I don't want to spoil too much on there, but there's a character on named Constantine, or not. They don't pronounce it the same as Constantine, the other DC character, and it's basically, she's a descendant of an older Constantine that was around in like the 1800s. But thing is, I think the story was Neil Gaiman wanted to pay tribute to Alan Moore's version of Constantine, and that's why he named the character that. Although she's a magic user, she's not like directly related to that character that we know. So there you go. A little nugget that I threw in there for you that just popped up on my feed one day.
Nuggets.
Sandman number 1 has come. Actually, you know what I was doing? As I was watching the show, a lot of times I do this. I have subtitles on, and I also I pause it because I Google it. I was like, wait, is this the same Constantine? And then I went down a rabbit hole, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy.
There is a relation, right? I mean, they're like
It's Joanna.
descendants. Correct.
Johanna.
Yeah.
Joanna.
But obviously this is, I think it's disconnected from the DC universe altogether. It's its own thing.
Sure.
And thank God for that, because the portrayal of Hell and Lucifer Morningstar, freaking badass, man. Big old Brienne of Town or whatever.
Brianna Tarth, man.
Yeah, Brianna Tarth with the
In
dark
the Emerald
wings.
Isle.
Yeah. Oh, yo, I was digging.
Sapphire Isle, yeah.
By the way, I'm watching Game of Thrones again, and I couldn't sleep last night because I rewatched The Red Wedding. So there was that. So
man.
I was like,
Dude,
Lord, man.
you're like a month behind me. I just rewatched it and finished it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. So I knew The Red Wedding was coming. I was like, oh damn,
It's
I gotta
still
prepare
that's
myself.
one of
Oh,
the
it's
most
brutal.
intense. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Battle of the Bastards coming up though. So
Ugh,
anyway,
so much anxiety, dude. So much anxiety.
I know. It's almost like it stopped at season 6. I don't even need season 7. You know what I'm saying? It's like stop at season 6. It was at the best that it was at season 6. So number 7 on the list is Sandman, number 1 from 1988. What do we got for number 6?
Number 6, we have Bang number 1 from Matt Kint. And Justin's right, because I actually paused it and I looked it up to see how to pronounce it while you guys were talking about a different book. So Matt Kint variant. So Dark Horse 2020. Matt Kint is living large after announcing the Netflix Dark Horse deal. Rightfully so, as 2 of his books got the green light. We see the effects in the aftermarket. This series, featuring a James Bond-esque protagonist, drew fans in and hooked them with Kent's patented mystery. Fans are looking forward to seeing this adapted to the big screen. Tracked 13 copies sold, 7-day trend of 289%. High sale of $24 for a near mint plus raw copy, and a fair market value of $18. Can you still call it the big screen if it's Netflix? I'm not like disparaging Netflix, but can you really
Exactly,
say
yeah.
There's
I don't
some
even
big
call it-
screens in houses these days.
right? Like the biggest screen is the theaters.
You got 100. You got a 100-inch. That's a big screen.
That is a big
Oh,
ass
now.
screen.
But I still should even saying, oh, it's a TV show. What channel's on? Well, it's kind of not. It's streaming. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to
channel's
call TV shows either. There's like a weird. They need
It's
a
a
new
streaming
term.
show.
It's not a movie, but it's not a TV show.
Yeah. So weird. All right, number 6 on the list is Bang. Number 1, the Matt Kint variant. And since we're halfway through the list, let's hear from our sponsor, My Slabs. Tired of paying 10, 20% or going live for yourself? Just post it up on My Slabs.
The platform designed by collectors for collectors just got even better. MySlabs.com is proud to now feature dedicated sections for both raw cards and raw comic books. Browse over 100,000 slab collectibles, authenticated by the industry's most trusted grading companies. Then check out a massive selection of sealed wax and now raw singles and raw lots. Join a passionate, no-nonsense community of nearly 50,000 members and enjoy some of the best buyer and seller protection in the business. And as always, My Slabs offers one of the most disruptive pricing models in the hobby, with seller fees as low as only 1%. So the next time you're forced to pay 10%, 20%, or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com, the low-fee marketplace, by collectors, for collectors.
Yep. You can buy slabs, raw copies, all kinds of good stuff. So number 6 on the list is Bang number 1, Matt Kint variant. All right, halfway there, boys and girls. What we got for number 5?
Hey, we got Bang. This is the ash can. And per deadline, Netflix and Dark Horse Entertainment have inked a multi-year first-look film and TV deal, extending their creative partnership, at the same time announcing the launch of development on 2 new projects. a film titled Bang, and a series called Mind MGMT. This has already lit a fire under issue number 1 and the Ash Can. We tracked 39 copies sold. It had a 7-day uptick of 96% and a high sale of just under $200 for a CGC 9.8.
I would say $200 is more than well spent than buying this than something else that's out there right now. Shout out to our friends over at Aegis Comics of Alaska for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you guys. Go check out their latest Instagram story or video. They always.
So I have a question. Sorry, I'm looking at Mind MGMT. Is it Mind? Do you say
Mind
letters
management.
or is it management? Is it
Mind
the acronym for management?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I think I have.
God dang it, Justin! You screwed me up.
I know. Well,
all right.
It's Mind management.
Okay.
Because there's a band in
It's
GMT.
management,
That's why.
okay.
So go bang that ash can variant. Number 5 on the list from 2020. Good luck finding this. Jesus Christ. Does anybody?
I actually just found this past weekend for $5.
Boom.
Oh,
there you go. I was
yeah.
gonna say proof of
And the
life.
first print too. I was super lucky. And the only reason why I knew is because I know somebody talked about it last week, and I was
There
like,
you go. Things that get optioned get hot. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, hey, our second entry on the list from the Netflix show.
Oh, real quick before we go to number 4, can I just get the screen real quick since Aegis gave us that $2 super chat?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hold on. Let me. Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone, go check out Aegis
Son of a
Comics of Alaska.
Damn,
I
look
am
at that
rocking
shirt.
their new Valkyrie shirt.
How does
Yo,
one
check
get
this
one
out.
of those?
Just go on Aegis website. I just got this today. I think this is so badass. So shout out to Amy and Lou. Thank you guys so much. This is
Who did the art on that, Lou? If you're in the live chat,
That's
looks
dope.
absolutely. That is dope.
Hey.
I'm gonna need one. You know, I would use my influencer status, and I would tell Aegis,
Yeah,
hey,
we'll go
why
to
don't
the
you
front of the
give me
line.
one for free. Yeah,
Come
there
on.
you go.
Dude.
I'll put it on Whatnot
Give me a
and sell
box
it.
of 70 of them.
All right, so number 4 on the list. What do we got?
Anyway, back to the show. Oh my God, I got another Sandman book. So Sandman number 8, one of my favorite books in this series, of course, as mentioned previously. Netflix went and did something daring and actually did the Sandman series with issue number 1, first appearance of Dream, which already appeared on this list. This book features the first appearance of his older sister, Death. By all accounts, Kirby Howell Baptista crushed the role of Death, and fans of the comic and show visited the aftermarket, paying a premium to secure her first appearance, which we tracked 36 copies sold last week, 7-day uptrend of 106% and a high sale of just under $1,200 for a CGC 9.8. Current raw FMV, which is fair market value, is about $149 right now.
Cool. So about that shirt, it's for fundraisers. So I'm assuming the proceeds of the shirt will partly go for a fundraiser. So you know what, Lou, I'm gonna go hit up your site and go get me one because that is absolutely badass. By the way, Lou, who did the art on it? Because I love the art on it. Is it from a comic or somebody?
Peach Momoko.
Oh my God. Did you just, you know what we have to do now, right?
Clayton Crane.
Since Lou is here and you induced the name of Peach Momoko, you induced her.
Induced
that
the
only
labor
means,
of Peach
That
Momoko.
only means one thing, since pay tribute to Lou since he's in the house.
Hey guys, it's Lou here, your out-of-shape comic book collector, and I'm welcoming you to another episode of What to Put in Your Box.
Oh man, you're not gonna believe this, dude. Your book came back a 9.8.
A 9.8 karate kick! Oh. Hey guys, it's Comic Lou here, and this is another episode of our Top 10, where the comics we talk about, ironically, are on my eBay store. And I'm here, joined by the comic sensei from Alaska himself, Kevin.
What's up, guys? We got our top 10 books. This is on our top 10 here. It's Peach Momoko.
Peach
Interesting.
Momoko!
Wanna take a look?
I love Peach Momoko. I love Peach Momoko.
Dude, it's my book. Dude, stop! It's my book! Dude, stop!
Man, I'm T-Ho from Lords of the Short Box. Screw that guy, British style. Yo, DJ Curse Words, kick it.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside of me. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things are going.
Man, what the fuck is that?
The way that things are going. Oh,
Come on, if you can't laugh at yourself,
I
you're
love
taking
it.
this
That's
way
great.
too seriously. And when he first said "fuck you, bitter style," I had no idea that that's how you do it in the UK with the kind of sideways peace thing. So did not know. But there you go. You invoke Lou and Peach Momoko. You got to play that video. Shout out to Aegis Comics of Alaska. Hit them up for a good cause they're doing. It looks like here's a link here, man. Go check them out. Go buy that shirt for a good cause. And there we go. Okay, so we finally got to talk about it, and it's quite wordy. So we're gonna read Matt's notes verbatim, and Manimo gets the honor since he reads the goodest of us. So, what do we got for number 3?
So here we go. We got Ultimate Fallout number 4, Clayton Crane, C2E2, Facsimile, In God We Trust. The acetype limited to 750, and this is covered by Matt DeVoe. So Matt went into detail in this. I'm going to read you what all the research he did on this amazing book. So this book's entry on the top 10 forces us to comment on the C2E2 exasperated controversy. Yes, it's been the talk of the comic social community for several days right now. There's been a tremendous amount of coverage that is filled with misinformation, pitchforking, and troubling truths. Yes, this one has it all. Keep in mind that everyone has their perspective. Due to this, the truth is muddy as the information presented comes from reported firsthand accounts and a lot of hearsay. There are many sources for you to dig into these various perspectives. Here we'll present only what we know for a fact. The retailer Black Flag Comics produced an acetate cover stapled, adding to additional staples to their pre-existing Clayton Crane Ultimate Fallout number 4 facsimiles from 2011. CGC recently graded copies of these exclusive days before the convention, allowing it to have a blue label instead of a green qualified label. They recently issued a formal statement on their forums with this quote from them: "We treated them as we would any other variant cover that's attached with an extra set of staples." Bleeding Cool has confirmed that Marvel did not, nor do they, approve of this exclusive. They have not yet issued a formal statement. Black Flag states that these were limited to 750 copies and offered them to buyers at C2E2 on Friday, August 5th, 2022 for $85. Before the general public opening on Friday at C2E2, a line of buyers with non-standard general admission passes, i.e. exhibitors, premium, etc., formed before doors open. There was no limit set on the number of copies that could be purchased. Therefore, several buyers bought numerous copies. Several of these buyers are notable influencers/resellers. The top confirmed number of copies purchased was 75, though there are rumors of some buying more. That is where the facts end. It's unknown if the limited run sold out before the initial line finished, leaving many in line without a copy. There are mixed reports of Black Flag repricing the last box of books within hours of opening to reflect the rapidly increasing online sales of this book. Ultimately, the 750 was reportedly sold out by the end of the day. Unconfirmed reports note that it sold out within the first few hours. Others report that copies were available on Saturday at a significant premium. However, this is also unconfirmed. So ultimately, what does this mean for the comic community? Well, there's a lot to unpack here that doesn't fit this little top 10 review. Everything from CGC practices, retailer ethics, and influencer/reseller community responsibilities to keyboard pitchforking has been immensely discussed. There are some essential ongoing conversations around these issues, with many debating these long debated points that are now hyper-focused on this specific book. The dust still needs to settle, yet hopefully this will lead the community to a better place with better business, influencer, and consumer practices. Let's jump back into the facts, though, with the main point being this book is hot. And it's not the book that's driving this. It's the story and drama that have escalated its infamy. As seen by Bad Ideas' Invisible comic, infamy sells. So much so that it made this week's top 10 with 16 sold copies, tracked at a 7-day trend of 345%, with a high sale of $315 for a raw copy. However, reportedly, copies have sold for much higher raw on the streamer site Whatnot. Post our top 10 release, a CGC 9.9 sold for $1,800. To make matters worse, there's word of this potentially happening again at upcoming conventions. Bleeding Cool noted Black Flag also confirmed they had created 2 more acetate covers for Boston Fan Expo this weekend, Ghost Rider on Friday and Deadpool on Saturday, with 100 copies in one line for retailers/resellers and another line for people who want 1 copy each at over $100 each. If that happens, expect a real ultimate fallout.
Jeez.
Regardless, a little play on words there. Regardless, the comic community is devouring any and all information on this. This drama is still unfolding, with official word from both Marvel potentially releasing soon. This will be a fun one to revisit in a year.
Yeah, I can see all those dorks waiting right in the line, right up in line at Boston too.
If you want the unadulterated version of this, peep out the Comic-Con podcast on YouTube. They name all the names, places of people that did this. My take on this is Black Flag Comics should have put a limit on quantities, right? I mean, because I think about, first of all, calling people flippers, flipping has been around forever. You can go 2015, somebody's on Hall H, something gets announced, they immediately change the price of their books on eBay to reflect that it's whatever that is. But CDC also was questionable in the slabbing of this. What Black Flag did by taking dead stock, putting, lipstick on a pig, then reselling it for $85. And what I do is I feel bad for the small guy. I mean, I want to say the small guy, but your average collector who's not on
Bad
social
for
media
anyone who
or
bought this book.
a so-called influencer. I'm no influencer. Don't call me that. I think it's stupid if you call yourself an influencer. But there was a video where, I saw a guy stood in line. He drove like 6 hours and he didn't get a copy. And then, they repriced them. So the only way fire spreads is fuel and oxygen. Deprive it of both and it won't happen again. And if they're really doing this at Boston again, I mean, we'll see if the influencers actually go to the head
They've
of the
already
line.
got their tickets, man.
I mean, and how many people buy it. I mean, it's just, we won't spend too much time on this. I'll let you guys throw in your
sold on
2
what
cents.
now?
One thing I wanted to speak on in this, what I thought was interesting is I'm kind of interested in what you guys think as well, because we don't think we've talked about this even in our private chat, is raising the price for regular people. Why would resellers, like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
If
that
anything,
is.
I would see it the reverse, right? Like, if you're going to
Total
resell,
reverse.
you pay more than the person who's just buying
Give a
it.
break to people who are trying to make.
That's nuts, dude. That is nuts. And to come out, that's like riot shit right there.
Yeah. So I did some digging. Shout out to King of the Golden State for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Tim and eBay raw listing currently at $2,850 with less than a day left. That's crazy. And I'll shout out Lou for another $5 super chat. Comic Lou reportedly purchased 700 copies and traded them for a Peach Mogul acetate bumper sticker. So there's a lot of hearsay and stuff that has come out since this. One of them is Marvel sent out a cease and desist, blah, 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 to all the major retailers. I reached out to retailers that I know that works with 5 other major retailers, and Marvel has yet to say anything. Not saying that they won't. There's also a shit ton of them at CGC right now. What are they going to do? Send them back, and and then there's they put
The
themselves
fact that
in
they
a really
graded
bad
it a
position.
10, that alone is a story in itself.
Yeah, that's suspect as fuck.
I mean, guys, don't buy them online and it won't show up on this list. Hopefully it'll be the Corona book of this year. Do you remember when the first appearance of Corona came out right before coronavirus? And that died. I mean, and if Black Flag does this again at Boston, shame on you. And hopefully people don't buy it. But unfortunately, I think that's how the community is. They thrive on drama, right? Recalled comics or whatever. If once something has been banned or done, they need to go find it. And there's more than enough sellers on eBay or whatnot. Think about this though. Hard sales data that CovrPrice pulls, only 16 sold on eBay out of 750. So the majority of them were being sold live at C2E2 from whatnot sellers. And whatever the hype is. So, like I said, I felt sorry for your average collector who doesn't have 10,000 followers, who just maybe was a fan of Clayton Crane and wanted this exclusive variant, and then doing this. But to find out if they're going to do it again at Boston, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, the thing was Black Flag put this on their Facebook on Thursday. If you just had like a Friday pass or 3-day pass, and you're just one of those people that has one of those passes and got in line, or got in line to get into the con for Friday, you're getting in line at Black Flag Comics, and then you don't even get one. Like,
yeah, I mean that's it's the ugly side of the hobby when people get greedy. The metaphor or analogy I used was, if you starve a rabid dog for 2 weeks and you give it 10 babies, they're gonna eat those 10 babies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Black Comics should have said, look, like Harris Comics at San Diego Comic-Con, they said, hey, this is our exclusive. We want everybody to have a chance to get it. So limit 5 per customer, which is more than enough, right?
The analogy I like to make is if you quit your job to make this a full-time living, you got to cheat, rob, and steal from people to make it happen.
Touche.
And you don't deserve pity if things go wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. And without that, let's move on. Let's celebrate the top 10 list, man, because there's other great books on this list. And speaking of which, man, this book pops up again.
Oh, yes, Spawn, number 1. This is Spawn is back in the hot spotlight after Todd McFarlane revealed a new Batman Spawn crossover at San Diego Comic-Con. Not only that, but he has also let slip we may get some more information on the long-awaited Spawn reboot at the upcoming New York Comic-Con. Jamie Foxx also recently spoke about the possible forthcoming film, dropping a little sliver of info regarding the updated suit fans may see in the future. Bring on the Spawn excitement, and luckily, there's plenty of this issue to go around for fans of the series in just about every grade. However, we track 57 copies sold at a 7-day uptick of 101% and a high sale of almost $200 for a CGC 9.8.
Yeah, the print run on this is absolutely...
So there's a Spawn Batman book. I'm surprised that didn't show up on any list.
Yeah, I have that book. But do you remember the first iterations of Spawn, the screenplay that Todd McFarlane, well, Spawn is kind of just going to be there, but you're not going to see him. Like, no, we don't want that. I want the 90s Spawn movie, although it was really bad CGI. I want the whole flowing cape. I want everything. You know, that's what we're there for. And, and I think eventually Todd McFarlane realized, look, I don't know what it takes to direct a film and do a screenplay, so I'm getting help with this, because originally the budget was $10 million. Come on, you can't do. I mean, commercials cost more than $10 million on the Super Bowl.
Right.
I think that's but $10 million for a proper Spawn movie, no. We need 50, 60 million, 70 million. I mean, billion. And if he were to go on Netflix, they would easily give him the money. But I think he's set on a theatrical release.
I'd like to see like a show, like a live series, 10 episodes.
I mean, well, yeah, because the series is like almost 400 issues or something crazy like that. Because he likes to tell you all the time it's a record-breaking comic book. So, all right. So number 2 on the list, back again, like Ryan said, like herpes, appears every 6 months. Spawn, number 1 in it, number 2 from 1992. What could be number 1?
Bang. Dark Horse Comics, 3rd time here on this list. So top spot goes to the Bang from Dark Horse. Reigns supreme as the top 10. Lately, the community has gravitated to the pool of amazing indie books featuring top 10 writers, top-notch artists. It is a epitome, the generalization with Matt Kint. That's right, Matt Kint, presenting fans with a tale of action and mystery. It doesn't hurt that every cover for this book happens to be fantastic. Not to mention, freaking Keanu Reeves endorses it with a quote: "A great fucked up blend of James Bond and Tintin." We tracked 50 copies last week, 7-day uptrend of 185%, and had a high sale of $99.95 for a CGC 9.8. What do we always say? Under 100, go ahead and buy it.
Do it.
Yeah. Because someone in the live chat said they rumored that Idris Elba was going to play it.
Yeah, I think that got kind of announced, actually.
That's badass. Idris Elba is one cool motherfucker right there,
he
man.
is. Have you guys
he legit
seen,
scared me on The Wire, man.
What was that? It was a Western they just put on Netflix.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's like all black cast.
It's awesome.
But
it's really good.
Idris Elba DJs too, huh? Yeah, multi-talent. There you go, man. He's one of the cooler things of the Thor films. Spoiler alert, his son lives, kind of. So there you go, boys and girls. Number 1 on the list is Bang. Number 1. Hey, make sure you stay tuned till after the show. You get redirected over to the Near Nirvana channel, where they're not going to talk about Ultimate 4. No, they're going to talk about good stuff like the Sandman series and what books you should be buying. The great group of girls over there. Ryan, any last words?
Leave the drama for your mama. That's all I got to say.
Very succinctly said. Nemesis Prime.
Yeah, like Tim said earlier, go ahead and check out the Comic-Con podcasts little rewind that we just did. And also, again, another shout out to Aegis Comics of Alaska. Go ahead and support them.
I just bought the shirt, by the way. I just did it as we were on a
Literally, I
listening.
just bought this. They posted it 5 days ago. I just checked on their Instagram.
I got
and
a
I got
blue
it today.
one.
So that's how fast it
So
came
hurry
to
up
me.
and send that. Hurry up. Come on.
Well, it's not from
I
that
should see it
directly
shipped
from
already.
them, but
Yeah,
it doesn't go from
don't
Alaska all the way to New Jersey.
Don't ask for free one, boys and girls. Get a buy one because it's for a
No,
good
man, I went and
cause.
bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to do that too. Man, I'm only last words.
Yeah, like Justin said, check out the Comic-Con podcast this month. Our next 3 episodes for sure, we're going to have a member from Canada, someone from the community from Canada in the next 3 episodes. Those will drop Friday mornings like always, so make sure you tune in to that.
Anybody who joined me and Justin on the Whatnot sale, I appreciate all you guys. I was able to sell some stuff. I'm going to be shipping them out tomorrow. I was trying to ship them out today, but needless to say, I had to sift through a lot of news, and we had to talk about a lot of stuff. Go check out the Comic-Con podcast for the unadulterated, uncensored version of what really happened at C2E2. And, you know, I want to say, if they do this again at Boston Comic-Con, don't support them.
Please don't
needs
let any of these
oxygen.
books be on this top 10 next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire needs oxygen. Don't buy them, boys and girls. If you show me a picture of your copy and burn it, I'll send you a comic. How's that sound?
Ooh, that sounds like a great deal.
Burn your comic and I'll send you a better comic. How's that sound? All right, boys and girls. Until next time, we'll see you Thursday for the Shakers List. Matt DeVoe is going to join us on CovrPrice. We're going to go over the new format and layout that they have on their website. If you haven't checked them out, CovrPrice.com. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my god.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Come
on and get some, boys.
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?